hold him down like an anchor. He said if I keep it 100, then he keep me safe like a bank.
All right, boom. So it's your girl, Big C, not the little one, and you are tuned into the wh0res rhetoric. So today we will be tuning into Trump Tales Part 2. So I'm gonna piggyback and just elaborate on what we spoke about in Trump Tales 1, which basically was an introduction to the Democratic Party versus the Republican Party. And so, moving forward in history. So we started off in the early 19th century, the beginning of the 19th century, where we spoke about the political position that Black people were in the 1900s. I'm going to kind of jump around because there are historical key facts of when we did everything within our community a certain way, and it actually worked for us. Like, it did not backfire on us. The only bad things that would occur, internalized terrorist groups in America that destroy our economy. They destroy our political views. They have destroyed our children. They have destroyed our communities. They have destroyed, like the natural ecosystem, with the plants, the trees, the animals. Like, they have literally inconvenienced everybody. So at this point, we're gonna get into it. So the first recorded known ancestor of the Trump dynasty family is Hans Dumpf. From what we know, the name had got changed after maybe 50 to 100 years. This man settled in a village in Germany, very and was a known lawyer. Fast forward down the family tree. Here come Donald Trump's great, 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 great grandparents. Okay. His grandfather, Johann, also known as Philip, Ketchup family. So they get married. They have their how Frederick Sr. comes about, who's Donald Trump's great grandfather. He dodges a war in Germany and decides to flee to the United States. He immigrates to the United States in the late 1800s, where they settle in Morrisania, Bronx. At that time, he accumulates all the Klondike gold rush in Alaska. He gets money from oil and gold at this point and decides to start his business venture as a brothel owner. Hence, the jug of my father, in fact, was a pimp. So he's running his brothels, doing his thing, the whole nine. Also, while building all these other places and buying up all these other homes, the IRS gets in his business and they want to know, how are you accumulating all of this money? He gets scared and tries to flee back to Germany, only to find out that he has been permanently exiled because he escaped a draft. He escaped. He didn't fight for his country, so they no longer wanted him there. He comes back to the United States, New York specifically, where he dies of the Spanish influenza. Shortly after that, the wife, Elizabeth, takes over. And from there, she gets rid of the brothel business and focuses heavily on the family. She builds it up and passes it down to her son, Fred Jr., because none of the other kids really wanted to have anything to do with their business ventures, because it's like, you guys have been practicing shady business ventures since the beginning of time. So after this, the passes the business down to the wife, and then the wife passes the business down to the children who actually wanted it, which was Donald Trump's father. As we know, his father is a character just like his son. There have been multiple accusations saying that Donald Trump's father refused to people of color in the past, and there have been a lot of class action lawsuits following these accusations. So basically, like, is it really Trump's fault that he is a shady business dealer? Like, after all, like, that's all he knows, So he has been dealt these cards with his family, owner and being an entrepreneur. And now, since we know a little bit about Trump's grandparents, overall, let's conclude why he is the way that he is. Mic check, 1 2 1 2, like.